Alright, so I just want to preface the video with saying that I have no idea how much bone meal this farm goes through. I'm a little bit too lazy to calculate that. I work full-time jobs, give me a little bit of slack, so I'd recommend hooking it up to a moss farm or a cactus farm that produces everything into bone meal. That way you can just get an infinite amount of bone meal and you don't have to worry too much about it. Or if you've got plenty of bone blocks that you can uncraft and throw in there really easily into a bulk storage, that'll work too. But just want to preface it with saying it's a lot of bone meal. I'm only going to be covering how much propagules it can make. It's not the best, but it's decent enough. Alright, this little thing right here is the propagule farm that I'm going to be showing in a tutorial for today. It's not the best, but, you know, it's a decent rate. It's 2,688 propagules per hour, I think is the total. I only ran in like a 10-minute test because, like I said, it chews through the bone meal, and with me just having this for the tests, it I can't even get past 10 minutes, and that chest is already empty, so it definitely does chew it. But I want to go through kind of the main circuits that I use to make this farm. I don't know who came up with this design right here for a little super fast clock. As you can see, it ticks really fast. I think it's an 2-game tick or something like that. Don't quote me on it. I'm not the best. I'm bad at math, like I said before. But this is something I use quite often. I also use it on my tree farm. A couple other farms I can't exactly quite place right now. I think like even my gold farm too. But it's a really useful clock that I've managed to kind of somewhat compact and simplify and lag efficiencyify, you know, make it a little bit less laggy with all of this redstone dust. Let me go ahead and turn that off and turn this one on because it's already smoother and easier on the frames because it's just updating the rails here and only one little bit of redstone dust instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more. You know what I'm saying? So I just did that just for lag efficiency right there. And then we're also using another thing that I know is by El Mango because this is straight out of his moss farm that I just showed you over there as well. I think this is like 9 game ticks, I think I want to say. But I just basically replaced one of the observers over here with a piston instead of a repeater over here, which gives the same 2 ticks to this observer right here. So a little bit faster. And that's just basically all we need right here to put them both together and get the bone mealing with plenty of bone mealing. Make sure that thing is fully grown before this thing ticks it out. All right, editor yeller, just putting a little bit of a notice in just to give a little bit of a hint on how this farm works. Let me build this up, show you real quick. That way I can just kind of give you a visual while I'm doing it. The idea is that you want to automatically bone meal this mangrove leaf. Yeah, mangrove leaf. At the same time that you also, in the same take, you also bone meal the first stage of the propagule. First one. I'm still getting used to how this use all this new stuff. I'm just got back from taking a break not too long ago, and I'm enjoying all these new things. You know, waterlogged leaves, all that sorts of stuff. Ooh, I'm having fun with it. Even movable water sources with the roots, but you know, that's a tangent. But the idea behind this is to bone meal that first stage and this at the same time. Sometimes it works. It's kind of a locational thing, but we're just kind of putting the same input into both of these, and we're just spamming this bottom one until this propagule is fully grown. And then we've got this neat little clock here. Let me show you this one right here, because this is the one we're using. This neat little clock right here that just we've actually got the piston hooked up literally right here to 0 ticket. That way we can get as tight as timings as possible. You see, just like that right there. That way we can get as tight as timings as possible. That way we can fully grow this thing before it actually ticks, and it's pretty tight. We can definitely get it tighter, but you know, then we're getting super complex logic and whatnot. And I'm not that good. Again, I'm not El Mango, but I just wanted to punch in a little segment real quick before I got to editing this video. Explain that this is just basically all we're doing. We're just automating this button press right here and doing that. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this. First, we're going to start with 2 glass blocks right here. Gonna go up a little bit more and go ahead and slap. All right, we're just gonna slap some of that right there, some of that right there, some of that right there. a dropper right here and a hopper right here. This is going to be our easy on and off switch for the this little clock over here, just because I want to use as little redstone dust as possible, because that's one of the most laggy things in the game, even more than these hoppers here, which this hopper right here isn't going to be causing much lag because it is locked and it's not making any checks whatsoever. Even though there's an item in it, it can't make a check at all because it's locked. It can't push anything, and it can only have hoppers pull stuff out, and that would be the hopper pulling out, making the check there, not the hopper that's locked. So then you're also going to want to place a redstone dust here. Let's go ahead and do this because easy place makes things difficult. Chest, you got that in there. Hopper. And we're going to start on this over here with our torch there. We got those all placed. That's all placed. That's placed. All right. Go ahead and go up one more. And hopefully you guys can kind of follow along if you want to. That way, hopefully I'm making it simple enough with this Lightmatica here. That way you guys can actually follow along. Trying to keep it top down as much as possible. That way if anybody's watching on mobile or on a second screen and whatnot, it's easy for you to follow along. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm not good at making tutorials. I'm an amateur, as you might want to call. Because that's the truth. That's exactly what it is. I don't get paid for it. So I do this stuff for free. So hopefully somebody can appreciate it. And that's it right there. Simple and easy. How much time did that take? Let's see. About 2 minutes to build this thing right there. That was really simple and easy. And last thing you want to do is place an item in this dropper. And also this hopper right here, and that'll get you started. Boom. And then turn it off right there with that lever. And then fill all your bone meal up into this chest. And it should evenly distribute it all out right here, because this hopper's right here is going to be splitting it. Let's see if I can show you. Sideways, and it's also going to be getting sucked out below as well. So splitting it out 2 different ways, double speeding that hopper, as well as feeding it right here through here. So we're definitely going to be able to keep up while it's running, as long as there's bone meal up in here. But once it runs out, it's going to be running out. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully my next video is going to be actually something for modded with the Carbon Sky editions. It's going to be a TNT auto crafting. If you want to see that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell if you want to see that. Next video after that, I might even show a little simple glowberry farm that I showed in a YouTube short a little while back. Hit that like button if you want to see. Thank you again.